students, welcome back to our channel. Today I'll explain you the remaining part of the village by the sea. Okay, that is part 2 for 7th class students. And yes, of course, that's how they get so rich. Where do you think they get it from? The silver and gold. Can you find it in the sea? So now they are discussing about the gold and silver metals. Actually, where are they taking gold and silver? They're asking about where do they get all the jewels. Okay, so that's what they're talking. And no sillies, it's brought from foreign countries that have gold and silver mines. And this is a place, foreign countries, there they are getting all the gold and silver mines. And but it is cheaper than here. So if we compare the gold and silver cost here in our country, that can be it can be somewhat cheaper, okay, if we compare with the Arabian countries which are foreign to us. And it is brought in doors from America. Doe means here Arab ship with one large sail. Okay, so that is like kind of a ship, one kind of a ship. And from Arabia and Africa they are taking the gold and silver mines and unloaded into fishing boats that go out to meet them in the sea. So actually they are traveling as if they are they are traveling with the fishes and everything, as if they are carrying the ships. Okay, they are transferring ships, transferring fishes. It's put into smugglers boats and brought to shore. So it is a seashore. Okay, they usually land the boats. Okay, they can park the boats there. So they are making some kind of smuggling. They are making smuggling. They are smuggling the gold and silver mines and sold here for a lot of money. So they are getting the profit. They are bringing all the gold and silver from all way from Arabian countries. Okay, they are transferring and they are taking those metals from that place to India. So when they are traveling, they have to come across some risks. Anyway, they can be succeeded in bringing the gold and silver to our country, and they can sell it for higher price so that they can gain the profit. So that's what they do. That is a smuggling. That means they are taking or bringing gold and silver without taking the permission of the government. Okay, so that can be if you are transferring, if you are transporting anything without the government permission, without the legal permission, then that thing can be called as smuggling. And after that those can be very cheap. Okay, you have never seen that. So now Hari was asking, I think you did not see anything about Biju's business. He was asking his sisters. No, Hari admitted, and I haven't, but we have all heard about. I'm sorry, actually, the children were asking about Hari whether you have seen anything about this kind of a business. Do you have any idea? Actually, at the time, Hari was telling that I didn't see anything like that. He admitted, and I haven't, but we have all heard about it. So we are able to heard something from the people, but we do not know actually how do they do this business. You women love gold and silver jewelry so much. As a woman, we like gold and silver. Okay, so much, and buy such a lot of it. So as you like it, you are buying gold and silver very much. So the smugglers make a lot of money. So if you like it, if you are liking continuously, then people can come in. Then the people who are making such business, they may have some demand, right? So they may have the profit. So that's why they are getting all the profits, because of you people who are buying lots of gold, who like gold very much. Biju is supposed to make his money that way. So this is the way that Biju is getting lots of money. They say he is going to build the biggest fishing boat in Thul. So actually the people in Thul village, they are telling that he is going to construct a big boat in the Thul village. Okay. It will be the best one too. Wish I could get a job on it. So now he is expecting that as he is going to construct a big. Okay, they are constructing, actually they are going to have a large ship. Okay, that is very large, as the people in Thul village did not see such a large ship which got built in the Thul village. Wish I could get a job. So he thought of working there in that ship, Biju ship. Do you? On Biju's board? Yes, why not? So the sisters were asking, do you want to work in Biju's ship? Really? They were asking. Yes, why not? So he was telling that what's wrong in it? I'll work. Oh, don't work for Biju, oh, hurry. So the children are telling, the sisters are telling that it's better. Please don't work under Biju because he's not a good man. You just said he's a smuggler. Just now you said that he is working as a smuggler and you want to work under him. Don't do that. He may turn you into a smuggler too. If you go and work under him, then you can also be turned as a smuggler. So please don't do that. Then I will be rich like him. So he was telling that he's going in a positive way. He wanted to become rich at any cost, just like Biju. Because if you are getting so many problems in your life, especially financial problems, then you want to become rich at any cost so that you can also enjoy the life to the fullest. No more problems. Luxurious life you are going to have if you go in such kind of a ways like Biju smuggling and all other things. Okay. Like him, Ari chuckled. That means he was smiling. Chuckling means smiling. And buy you gold necklaces and silver toe rings. So I can buy gold necklaces and toe rings, especially those rings can be purchased at the time of the marriage. Okay, of a girl. I mean, the young woman who is going to be married. But oh no, they cried in alarm. So they are crying like anything. Crying means not crying, they are shouting. They have some kind of, they do not like it actually. Okay, so that's why the police will catch you and put you in jail. So if you do that, everything you said is okay, that you are going to buy necklace, toe rings, and all other things for me. That is very good. But anyway, you have to be caught by the police one day if you go in the path of Biju. Okay, that's not a good idea. Then they will take me to Bombay. At least I will get to Bombay. So now he wanted to go to Bombay also because they'll take me to the Bombay jail. So then I can see Bombay. I'll go to the Bombay. So do you want to go away to Bombay? So now you wanted to go to Bombay also. He's taking every problem into a advantage. He's treating that problem as an advantage or benefit for him. Okay, poor people think like that. Go away to Bombay, they whispered. They're talking very slowly, okay, and frightened. That means they got some kind of fear by his bitter tone because he's talking like that. Bitter means chedu, okay. Tone, of course I do, don't you? Okay, so I feel like that. Of course I'll go. And then they began to whisper to each other. They shared a bed, and a little later, when they heard a low groan from their mother in her room, so now these people are talking so slowly. Okay, when they are sharing the bed, that means they are sleeping there only on the surface of the land. And a little later afterwards, when they heard a low groan, because they're getting some kinds of sounds from their mother, okay, in her room, who is not feeling well, who is ill, bedridden. Hari hushed them and they fell silent and were soon asleep. So he became silent, and all the people, all the children became silent as they got some sound from their mother. And while Hari lay awake, after that they slept. Lay awake and listening to the deep, even breathing and the deeper, louder breathing of sea outside. So now he's a person who is not sleeping right now, and he can be able to, after he woke up from the sleep, he is able to listen the sounds of the sea. Okay. Breathing of the sea outside, and he thought about the boats that sailed there so freely and could go to Bombay, to Africa, to Arabia if they liked. So now he thought of thinking, he's thinking about the boats which can travel to Bombay and Africa, to Arabia, all these places. If they wish to go, then they can go, no? So that's why he wanted to go to some place. That's why he's thinking in that manner. If only he could sail away in one of them, even if only to Bombay. So if he want to go to any place, then he has to go to the ship so that he can travel easily. Bombay, he stared out of the window at the stars that shone in the sky and wondered if the lights of the city could be as bright or brighter. So now he is able to see the stars in the sky through window, and the stars are shining, and that lights are very bright. Okay, bright and brighter. It was rich city. If he could get there, he might be able to make money, bring home riches, pieces of gold and silver with which to dazzle his sisters. So now he's thinking about all other things, that if he go to Bombay, a very rich city, there he can find so many riches, like he can bring some pieces of gold and silver, so that their sisters can look beautiful if they wear the ornaments which were made up of gold and silver. So he thought like that, and no, he told himself, closing his eyes, that was a foolish dream. Even if I get such kind of a dream, that is a foolish one, because I may not become rich, I cannot go to Bombay, cannot buy all of them, I cannot bring all of them to my home. He could not afford dreams. He must be practical and think out a scheme. He has to think about the scheme, what he has to take in, what he has to work on. But dreaming is not a good idea. So that was not easy, and the effort made him tired, so that he gave up and fell asleep. So as he wanted to think about all of them, suddenly he became sleepy, and he slept afterwards. Instead of trying to net fish along the shore or digging in the arid field, Harry spent more of his time now standing with the other village boys and watching the work on the boat. So now, what is he doing these days? He is working. Arid field means, actually, instead of trying to net fish along shore or digging, arid field means extremely dry. Extremely dry field. He has to dig that extremely dry field. And Harry spent more of his time now standing with the other village boys. So now he is spending all the time with the other village boys, and he is watching the construction of the Biju's boat. The rough timber. Okay, so that is one kind of a wood timber, and was being planned, and the planks glowing. Arid means extremely dry, and plan means used a tool with a sharp blade to make a wooden surface smooth. So this is one kind of an instrument. There you can make the wood into a smooth. How can I say it? It will become soft, smooth. If you rub it on the wood, then it became soft. Red gold, and it was good timber, not the coconut tree trunks they used themselves, but real wood. So here we got the good timber, good real wood, beautiful wood. It did not smell of the fish and the sea as everything else in the village. So now we can see the smell of the fishes and everywhere in the boats, but actually this boat is very nice. No such kind of smell is available in that particular ship. Did but of timber, sawdust and forest, distant and wonderful things, dry, lasting, valuable. Everything is very nice. Okay, he kept so many ideas in his brain when he is constructing the boat. Biju was thinking in wonderful way, so that he can construct a good ship. He can make all the transportation of the gold and silver. The smell of it made Harry's nostrils tingle. But sat uncomfortably on his folding chair and watched it too. So now he sat there on a chair. As I told you, Biju always sit on a chair which is uncomfortable to him, but still has to sit, because it shows that he is a rich man in the Tul village. To when anyone came near enough for him to address, he would boast about it. So if anyone comes who can be equal to his status, then only he can talk, and he talks about himself. He boasts about himself. He always appreciates himself in front of those people who deserve to talk to him. It is going to have a diesel engine and also refrigerator. So now he's telling that the boat is going to have going to use only diesel. Okay, so and it will have a refrigerator also. That means fridge. A deep freeze. He pronounced slowly, and he was pronouncing very slowly that word, and more impressed than anyone else by the unfamiliar words. So here, anyone else by the unfamiliar, and he was using all those words, deep freeze and unknown words, some different terms. Then the boat can sail for 6 days, and the catch can be put in deep freeze. It will not spoil. It will still be fresh when it is taken to Bombay. So whenever I do fishing, then I am going to preserve those fishes in the refrigerator, which is very deep freeze. Okay, so those fishes can be frozen, they cannot be spoiled anyway. Even though I have to transport from a long far away, then it can be fresh and clean. uh, Frozen, not fresh, Hari murmured. It will be fresh when it is taken to Bombay. So now frozen, not fresh, Hari murmured. But Bizu did not hear. So now Hari was talking about fresh and frozen. And actually Bizu is not listening anything. Okay, what Hari was talking. And afterwards, how much will it cost, Bizu? Asked one awe-struck villager who owned nothing. So one person is asking about how much does it cost, the cost of the boat. And who owned nothing, he doesn't have anything, only 2 gourds and cooking pot, and could not picture the amount of wealth that Biju commanded. So he was telling about the cost of the ship, and that person has only 2 gourds and 1 cooking pot. Okay, and he cannot imagine that amount also in his lifetime. Okay, the amount which Biju told for the cost of that ship of Biju. Of 2 lakhs, 2.5 lakhs, maybe, Biju said, trying to be casual about it, but rolling his eyes in horror at the expenditure. So now he's telling that it costs 2 lakhs or 2.5 lakhs. Okay, he's telling as if he doesn't care about that money, because he thinks that he is the richest man in Thul village. So that's why, in order to give an impression that that is nothing for me, even if it is 2.5 lakhs. So he was telling like that, 2.5 lakhs only. So okay, he was telling like that. But he has some kind of fear, okay, that it costs more and expenditure and so much. It doesn't matter, once it is on the sea, it will fetch me 50,000 rupees a day. So if I may not worry about this money now, then I am going to have 50,000 every day, 55,000, 50,000 every day. And at least Biju said proudly, and Hari drew pictures in the sand with his toe, and he stood listening.